it do, mid-engine squad? It's your boy Fierro Boy. This is coming back with a brand new video for y'all. So in today's video, I am going to be doing a story time. If you do not follow me on YouTube, TikTok, or Snapchat, please do so at Fierro Boy _86. Also, please follow me on my brand new Instagram page at 214 Fierro Guy. Also, please hit that subscribe button and that bell, so whenever I get a drop bangers like this, it will come right down to you. Also, hit that like button for your boy, because you already know I ain't gonna do nothing but drop bangers after bangers after bangers after bangers. All right, y'all. So in today's video, I'm basically about when I had my 63 Chevrolet Corvair 700 coupe, which was one of the rarest Corvairs out there. And so what used to happen when I actually got my 63 700 coupe, which was around 2018 area. Me and my brother actually had went out to Snyder, Texas, prior actually talking to the guy, which was named Michael. And so Michael came along, me looking at the car that he had for sale, you know, up on Craigslist. And so what it was a 700 coupe 63. You know, prior to that, I kind of already had Corvairs before, so I kind of already knew about Corvairs, but I wanted something different in the Corvair. So I did not just want a regular Corvair, you know what I'm saying? I wanted something different. And so I reached out, we talked. And now at the time, this car was just, you know, sitting in his yard. Nobody was not, you know, I mean, it was like a few people that came by and looked at it, but it was, you know what I'm saying, it was more so me that, you know, that wanted the car. And so to Snyder, Texas, during the Super Bowl of 2018. And me and my brother, we rode out there, to Snyder, Texas, got the car. You know, the car was running. The car was looking good, running good. Now, this car did not have no paint. This car was patinaed. And the engine ran good, but it did not run good enough. But it ran good. I mean, well, I could drive. I could actually drive this car, y'all. And so transmission was shifting well, everything. Now, whenever you get to look at a Corvair, there's automatics and there's sticks. Now, the thing is about the automatic is always on the dashboard. So whenever you look at the dashboard, that's where your automatic stick is. Now, I know in our minds we're probably thinking, oh, the automatic stick is, you know, on the floor or whatever you want to call it, or in the gear shift. No, this right here was actually on the dashboard. And so with that right there being said, of me taking delivery of my 1963 Chevrolet Corvair 700 coupe, I had one of my tow guys, like one of my buddies, who's a tow truck driver, bring the car back to Dallas for me, because we was out in Snyder, Texas, which is West Texas, which is about 125 miles south of Lubbock, and about 200 miles west, 200 miles east of El Paso. So we went out there, checked out the car checked out. You weren't smoking, nothing. So I got the car back to Dallas. Now, knowing me, I'm a mechanic, y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a mechanic to every car. I'm not a mechanic to all your cars that's out here, everything brand new and all of that, G-bodies and all that. I can work on any classic car. Now, don't get me wrong, I can, but I'm only a mechanic to Corvairs and Fierros. And these points exactly on why I'm a mechanic to these is because these are a lot more easier than what those cars are. Now, you know, alternators and stuff is different, you know what I'm saying? There's different mounts and stuff like that, but I'm still a mechanic to Corvairs and Fierros only. I don't work on other cars. I know it's been like a lot of people talking to me over the year. Hey man, you work on G-bodies, or you work on box Chevys, or you work on old school back in the day Cutlasses, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. No, I don't work on none of that. You know, I only work on pickup trucks. Now, when I had my 1990 Chevrolet pickup, I did have to work on it, because I had to replace my starter. And also I have replaced my own alternator. So I did work on my own truck, so don't get me wrong, I can work on old school cars, but I don't. Let's get back to the story. So as what I was saying, so got the car back to Dallas and everything. Now in my mind, I'm thinking, there have to be some mechanics in Dallas that can work on a Corvair while I'm at work, because at that time I was working, y'all. Like, I could not really just put my hands on my cars. Now, my other Corvairs that I had, I did work on those. So don't get me wrong, I did work on those. You know what I'm saying? I did work on those. I, talked to people, got some ideas going, you know what I'm saying? Now, those are the cars I never did show anybody. I never showed no one, because those cars was like, they was like a heartstone. You see what I'm saying? And you don't show everything, y'all. Now, when you doing YouTube or when you in public, you don't have to show everything, but you know that you have it. You get what I'm saying? It's a difference if you just talking just to be talking. But as y'all can tell, I'm a genuine Corvair guy. I'm a genuine Fiero guy. So if I say I got it, I got it. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm saying, so I get the car back to Dallas, you know what I'm saying? And like, I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? It gotta be somebody here. So me not really paying attention at the time, y'all, I was taking my car everywhere. I took my car to at least 5 shops. And I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to y'all. I'm not gonna sit up here and put in y'all mind, this dude is weird, y'all. No, I took my car to a lot of shops. And you know what? I do regret it to this day that I actually took my cars to these other shops, because now it comes a point where like you have to realize, what you done did. Or you have to realize that there's more to what you have done than what you think. You know what I'm saying? And so my point was, in my mind, I need to find a shop to work on my car so I can get this car out to car shows, or get this car out to doing, being out on the road and stuff, since people don't see Corvairs that much. So that right there is what I was thinking, y'all. And long and behold, I was wrong. I should have done more research. I should have thought about it a lot more. I should have just worked on my own car, but I didn't. And like I said before, I do regret it. I'm really sad that I did that, but I did it, and so I took my car to a lot of shops, and my car just sat there. You know what I'm saying? A few shops, they was trying to ding me, and I got my money back. Thank God I got my money back on most of them. But like I just felt bad for myself, y'all, when I took my car to different shops, and they saying that they can work on the Corvair, but then my car is sitting over in the corner, or it's sitting in the back somewhere, or it's like it's not getting touched or anything. And so I had to come to realize that, I made some mistakes, and I'm not gonna sit up here and just say it was the car. I'm gonna say it was myself too. I made some mistakes, y'all. Like, with not understanding that folks do not know how to work on this car, but they claim to know how to work on this car, but they don't know how to work on it. You get what I'm saying? And so there was a particular shop that I had went to. It's off Buckner. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what the name of it was, but I know it's off Buckner. Buckner and Buckner by I-30. So I know it was over in that area. And like I had took my car over there. And so I'm talking to the guy, and the guy was like, yeah, I know how to work on Corvairs like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So, I put trust off in this guy, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm just thinking, he know what he doing. You know what I'm saying? So I took my car over there, and, and I told him what I needed. Basically, this right here is what I needed. I'm gonna give you a rundown because I do remember. So what I needed to do, I needed a tune-up. I needed a brand new surfing team belt. I needed my engine bay cleaned out because, you know, sitting in West Texas, all you're going to get is red sand in your car. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get no rust, but you're going to get red sand in your car. And whether it's in your seats, whether it's in your on your carpet, on your dashboard, top of the car, whatever. You know what I'm saying? From West Texas all the way over to Phoenix. Or, you know what? Let me reverse that. West Texas all the way out to Reno Valley up under California. That's all red sand. So whatever that's going on, you're gonna get red sand in your car out there. So yeah, so my whole engine bay had red sand in it. And so I was like, you know, could you clean my engine bay out for me? Cool. You know what I'm saying? Could you put my tune-up on? Cool. Could you rebuild my carburetors? Cool. And you know what I'm saying? Because I had to have my carburetors rebuilt so I could drive my car. So, you know what I'm saying? So I get the car, you know, the car is running good. It's starting up. There's no smoke. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that I'm actually able to drive my Corvair. I put it out on the road. It was catching up with traffic. It was doing what it was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, I'm gonna run down the list again. So I have to get my carburetors rebuilt. I got my engine bay cleaned out. I got a tune-up kit up on the car, and also I got a new serpentine belt, because the serpentine belt on the car was kind of like chewed up a little bit due to the car running, but then sitting for about 3 months, and I hope there wasn't no rats in there, but you know, it ain't look like it was no rats up in there. Now, I am going to tell y'all this: when purchasing a Corvair, the biggest thing that you have to do if the car has been sitting is to get into the engine bay. Get into the engine bay, get into the engine itself. Because sometimes you can have furry friends in your engine. You know, and it's not just furry friends. Sometimes you can have, it's like this, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a nest that's be sitting inside of your engine, or I don't know what it is, but you know, if your car been sitting for a while, your car developed a lot of stuff inside of the engine bay or inside of the engine itself. And what happens is that can catch on fire if you are not careful, because this is an air-cooled engine. So this is like VW. Now, the only difference between VW and the Corvair is the bug engine sitting up. So it's almost like a triangle, turkey engine, right? My engine is opposite opposed engine that lays flat down like a pancake. So when you go buy a Corvair, that is probably the first thing you have to do. You have to check inside of your engine bay / engine, because you can have things in your engine, leaves, anything, and that stuff can get caught up. And so back to the story. So I get my car, I'm driving back down Buckner. I'm actually going home with the car. Now, knowing that my lights are, you know, are okay, you know, my horn ain't working, nothing like that. So I have to take it over to my buddy over in Garland. You know what I'm saying? And my buddy, he had worked on my you know, like my electricals and stuff like that. And he's the only person that I mess with when they come down to doing electrical work in your car. Now, I am going to be putting his link down in the description, y'all. If y'all stay in Dallas, Texas, or if y'all coming to Dallas, Texas, and y'all old schools or new schools or whatever is having problems with electrical wiring, take it over to Michael. That's, you know what I'm saying, his name is Michael. He's over there in Garland. Like I said before, I am going to leave his link in the description. Go check him out. Go talk to him. He will help you figure out what's going on with your headlights. Or he's the only person that I take my car to if I have a horn problem or if I have a light problem, whatever. I take it to him. He get it done ASAP. You know, he won't have your car sitting all off in the side and having to sit under in the corner. He'll get right to it. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I was saying, so I get home and I park my car in the parking spot. Perfect. Nothing happened. Now, a few days later of me driving my car, I noticed something was going wrong with my car. So the thing is about Corvair carburetors, y'all, is you have to set them up right, because they have to be synchronized correctly. They can't just be synchronized, one doing good and the other one is floating kind of low, because, you know what I'm saying, because it can either catch a fire or your car won't start. Another thing is you cannot have too much fuel or gas. I mean, excuse me, y'all. You cannot have too much fuel and too much air going through, because what can happen is you can either mess your carburetors up, or once again, it can catch fire if your carburetors are not synchronized. So get home, got the car doing good, y'all, and long and behold, I'm driving around in the car, y'all, and this right here was a day after I had got my car up out of the shop, y'all. Now, a day after, it's so funny because you be thinking, I'm driving around in my car, I'm clean, nobody ain't got no Corvair on the road, man. I'm the man. Hey, I do this. This right what I do, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Ain't nobody driving around in no Corvair, man, but me. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm very happy. Like, I'm in my own lane. And that is how I am when it come down to cars, y'all. I like to be in my own lane. I don't like to go to no car show and somebody else on the side of me have my same car. Whether it could be anything. I do not want the same car next to me. Now, if I'm in a car club, that's different, because I cannot help that everybody got a Fiero, everybody else got a Bosch Chevy, everybody else got a, you know what I'm saying, a old school dump. Everybody got an old school truck. Everybody got a, you know what I'm saying, G-body. I can't help that if we in a car club. But going to car shows, I do not want the same car sitting next to me, because I'm going to feel some type of way, y'all. Like, I'm not in my own lane. You know what I'm saying? I'm trespassing on somebody else's territory, and I don't like doing it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to, you know what I'm saying, compete like that, because that right there is not competing to me. I'm just being honest with y'all. I'm being honest. That right there is not competing. What that right there just more so just saying, oh, you know what, you got a dunk with an LS and I have a dunk with like a 383. That's pretty much what it's saying. You know, I want to be able to be in competition with you. You know what I'm saying? If I'm at a car show, you gonna know it's me, because nobody else have a Fiero. Nobody else have a Corvair. Nobody else have a you know what I'm saying, a VW station wagon, you know, square body, or nobody else have like a Volkswagen 870 or whatever. Nobody else got that, so you already know it's gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like to do things. So back to the story. I'm sorry about that, y'all. So that's what I was saying was, I get to, you know what I'm saying, I started my car up and my car went dead in where I stayed. So I had to trying to cut the car back on and pull the car back up, because the car was out in the middle of the street when I had my car. So like when I was bagging up in my parking, you know, in my apartments, I had to get the car back up to the front so I can get the car started back up. And thank God it was no cars on the side of me, so I can get out of my car, hold my car door open or whatever, and go into the trunk. You know what I'm saying? Or go into the like the deck lid area, which is the, you know, engine is in the rear. You know what I'm saying? And so I was very, very devastated, y'all, when that right there had happened. Now I'm taking my car to the shop again. Now, case in point, once again, I had my car for only one day after I had asked this guy to do everything for me. Now he did clean out the engine bay. He cleaned it out, had the engine bay looking good, y'all, and everything. He had it looking, you know, he had it looking pretty good. You know what I'm saying? He had my, you know, he had everything working. You know, carburetors, it was no smoke coming out the carburetors and that. So I had to send my car back to the shop. When I sent it back to the shop, the guy who I sent it to, which is over in Garland now, I don't think your carburetors are synchronized. So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? How much does that cost? oh, such and such. Okay, which is not that much to synchronize them, and also do a breaking job for me. So they did a really good breaking job, because the people over in Garland, they did have a person to work on the Corvair, because he had a Corvair. I think he had like a 65 or a 66 4-door. So he worked on Corvair, so he know about them. And I was happy to actually find this shop, y'all. Like, I was very, very happy. And so I get over to the shop, and I'm happy because my car done. My car is not just sitting is not just sitting somewhere and everything. I'm up on a freeway. I'm doing 70. I feel good. I see people blowing at me. Okay, now comes the hard part. So I actually took my car out to Fate, Texas, which there was a guy in the Corvair club that actually worked on Corvairs as well. So I take my car out there, and he showed me some things about my car that I did not know. You know what I'm saying? He showed me, about transmission. He showed me about all this stuff. So I go pick my car up, and I get on the freeway, y'all. And this right here is after I took my car to Garland. So I was already on the freeway. There was nothing going on. There was nobody talking about smoke or fires or nothing. So I get my car, and I'm coming back to Dallas. Now, as I'm coming back to Dallas from Fate, Texas, that right there's through Rockwall. That right there's through Garland. You know what I'm saying? Back over to Northeast Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm doing that, y'all, there's 3 or 4 people on the freeway blowing, boom, 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 boom. Hey, man, your car on fire. Your car on fire. And so I'm not really paying attention to them, because I just picked my car from the shop. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not really even processing what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm just driving my car. I see a little bit of smoke coming from my car, but it's not like heavy smoke, like, fiery smoke or nothing like that. And so I'm not thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, I'm just chilling. I'm trying to get this car back out, because I know that the car ain't ran in months, almost years. So I know that this car is not on fire. You know what I'm saying? I already know this. And once again, y'all, this is an air-cooled engine. So this not a water-cooled. This is air-cooled. You know what I'm saying? So that night, I'm driving, and I'm going through like me and my brother, the same guy who I went out to Snyder, Texas with to go get the car. I'm driving through downtown, because I've been cruising in my Corvair all day. So I'm cruising around downtown. I'm driving, y'all, in this patina car. You know what I'm saying? My like, I had to go get parts for my car, y'all. Like my seats weren't right. I had to get a back seat, stuff like that. And so prior to that, I had went up to North Kansas City, to go get me some trim pieces, and to go get my back seat, right? And so, actually, my front seat. I had to get my front seat from Kansas City, because there was a guy up there who had 20 Corvairs in his garage. So I had to go up and go get my front seat, which was the bench seat. 700, 500, those right there are your only bench seats. You know what I'm saying? In like the Corvair community, unless you want a bench seat in your Corvair. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't really want it at the time, but at the same time too, I was still learning about Corvair, so I ain't have no choice but to go get the bench seat. So I put the bench seat in. It took me about an hour and a half. And so next, what is that, about a year later, I have to go down to San Antonio to go get my back seat. So I went down to go get the back seat, and I had bought some screws and stuff like that. And so I was planning on putting my back seat in. And so at the time, I still had the deluxe interior, which was messed up. So like the deluxe interior that was in the car was gone. Like I have to get rid of the front seat, and I was just about to get rid of the back seat and put the blue in it at the time, because I had red front seat, blue back seat. And so and everything. And like I said before, the car was doing good, y'all, and everything. And so I took the car out for a final spin. Like, I ain't gonna say a final spin, but I'm gonna say the last day before, you know what I'm saying, before like the car, you know, had like man, y'all just don't understand, man. Just like, y'all just don't understand on how passionate I am about these cars, man. Y'all just don't understand, man. Like, I know right now, man, it's hard, but y'all don't understand on how passionate I am about Fieros and Corvairs. Like nobody is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, these cars, I love these cars. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really do. I mean, like, if I was older and had more money, you know, than what I have now, which I have money. I'm not saying I'm broke. I'm not saying none of that. But or poor, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not that. But as what I'm saying is, if I knew that I love these cars this much, I would have opened up a shop, or I would have done something of that range. But at the same time too, you know, I kind of want to make sure that right there was right for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just go out there and just go do something and then regret it later. You know what I'm saying? Because something caught a fire or something like that. So, back to the story. So, I drove, and so that night, me and my brother and my wife, because my brother was in his car. At the time he had a Cadillac. So, we were driving through downtown. We drove through Mockingbird, you know, things like that. We was like, you know, all around downtown area. We was doing all of that, y'all. And so driving a Corvair, you know, people blowing at me, oh, nice car, man. I like Corvairs. You know what I'm saying? So I get ready to pull up at Quick Trip, which is off Mockingbird, which is Love Field. I mean, I get ready to pull up at Quick Trip at nighttime, that night before, you know, everything happened. So I pulled up, and man, I tell y'all, when I say that this car drew attention with no paint, my interior was messed up, I have no door panels, I had nothing. And when I tell y'all, I drew attention, I drew a lot of attention with this car, y'all. I drew a lot of attention. I'm telling you. There's a video that I'm actually talking about Corvairs in. I want y'all to go watch that video. It's a video that I do have posted up on my YouTube. And I want y'all to go watch that. And y'all will end up seeing it. For all my newer subscribers, if you have not seen my Corvair, that right there was my Corvair in that video. So please, definitely go watch that video. I'm telling y'all. Y'all are going to love that video when I'm talking about Corvairs and things like that. But like this car drew so much attention, y'all. Like, I never did even know that a Corvair would actually do that, to be honest. Because like I said before, I had two other Corvairs, and you know what I'm saying, it was just, oh, it's a Corvair. You know what I'm saying? It was no attention. But this one that I had, the 700, drew a lot of attention. I mean, people running out their car trying to buy my car and everything that night. So I'm driving, and me and my wife, before we were about to head to Deep Ellum to go take pictures in the car. So I say probably like, was it that same night or was it the next day? I think it was the next day. So I went to go pick up my wife from work, and we left, and like I told my brother, you know what I'm saying, hey man, we need to go, you know what I'm saying, we need to go hit up Deep Ellum because I want to go take some pictures. So I get in my car, start my car doing good. It ain't backfiring, it ain't doing nothing, you know, ain't misfiring, it ain't doing nothing. I'm sitting at the light, everything is chilled, ain't no oil coming out, and no gas coming out. My gas tank has been cleaned out and everything. And so I drove my car through downtown, and me and my wife, we had drove over to Colorado and Beckley, which is right there at the corner. There's a Walgreens, which, you know, that's where I work at now, Walgreens warehouse. And so I go like in the parking lot. And as I go in the parking lot, I hear two homeless people. Hey man, hey, your car on fire, bruh. Your car on fire. Like, as I'm turning into the Walgreens. So I'm looking like, what? Like, I'm not even hearing them. Like, once again, I was not hearing nobody because I felt that my car was not going to do me like that. I felt like my car was not going to let me down like that since I just got my car back. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm driving, and as I drove into the parking lot, me and my wife, we smelled like smoke, but we did not think nothing of it because, once again, the car has been sitting for, you know, a number of months, maybe a year, somewhere up in that range. The car was sitting. So I get ready to pull up in the parking lot. Now, the parking spot. Now, as I pull up in the parking spot, y'all, my car kind of started smoking really, really bad. Now, once again, your engine is in the rear, so that's where your smoke gonna come from. You know, usually in the old school car, your engine is in the front of the car, but of course, Corvair's in the rear. So it started smoking really, 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 really bad. So I get out the car. I told my wife, honey, get out the car, get out the car, get out the car. Hey, get out the car, because this thing is smoking really bad. And so as I did that, all you heard was a whoop. That's all I heard. Now, when you hear that, that is normally fire when you hear that. And with me, I did not want to open up the deck lid, to catch fire in the face. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of like scared. I'm running around with like a chicken with my head cut off. Man, hold up. Hey, where can I go? You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking around, and I ran into Walgreens, and I had asked for a fire extinguisher because I want to try to put the fire out or whatever. And so as I did that, I go back outside, and now my car is totally engulfed in flames in the back. Like the whole back of my car is smoking up loud, like hot, real hot. I'm talking about black smoke now, because at first it was white smoke. Usually indicates it's a fire that's about to come. And so my car is smoking really hot, really hard. And as it's smoking, now you can actually see flames coming through the louvers of the car. Now, as flames coming through the louver, I'm just thinking, what just happened? That is what I'm thinking. Like, I'm crying. My wife is crying. We're trying to see what's going on. Like, how did this right here just happen? What actually made this right here happen, y'all? Like, I was very, very scared. Like, I was very scared. Very scared. I was scared. I was more so scared for my wife, though, as well. I was scared for her as well, because I did not want her to see that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I did not want her to see that. I did not want her to be in that situation like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I did not want her to feel that Corvairs are bad, or I did not want her to feel that Corvairs are unsafe or anything. I did not want her to feel like that. But that particular day, she felt like that. And so, like, even to this day, I'm going to keep on bringing y'all Corvair content. That right there is not going to change. I'm going to keep on bringing y'all Corvair car shows. But as far as me owning another, like, I want to be able to bring y'all more content for the Corvair, but I'm going to own another one. Because after that right there had happened, I was very, very, like, scared, for her safety. I was very, very scared for my safety. I was very upset. I was very angry. I just spent up all this money on these shops. I just spent up all this money trying to get this car working. I'm doing everything that I can to keep this car doing good. And this right here is what happens. you know. And so, you know, like it just really just bothered me, man. Like, y'all just don't understand, man. Like, it just really bothers me, you know, that I love this car this much, you know what I'm saying, and this right here happens, you know, like, never even expecting for this right here to happen, y'all. Like, I really wasn't. Like, I was more so expecting to get my car. I was more so expecting for me to be able to have my car long term so I could take it to more car shows, being able to take it to places. But, you know, like, unfortunately, you know, like that right there is not going to happen, you know. And so, like, I just feel really, really bad, y'all. Like, I really do. Like, I just feel really, really bad. I really do. I feel bad for myself because I was in love with this car. I feel really, really bad for my wife because my wife had to see that. I feel really, really awful knowing that this right here happened and our lives was in danger and we didn't even know it. And like, I don't just really know what to say because, like, it's hard because you don't want something that you love to where you cannot have it no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to see yourself not have this car no more. You want this car. This right here is the car that you always dreamed of. I dreamed of this car, y'all, ever since I was 11 years old. This right here was always the car that I wanted as a classic car. This is the car that I wanted when it came down to me owning a car. This is the car that I wanted. This is the car that I wanted. This is the car that I dreamed of. When I was 17, when I had went out to this car show in Plano, I seen this older guy who had one. It was a 64. It was a convertible. It was royal blue. It had a black top and he had black rims on his car. And like, case in point, you know, I was planning on doing this Corvair, the 700 coupe, in some similar color. It wasn't gonna be raw. It was not going to be the original factory color of teal. It wasn't gonna be none of that. It was gonna be something out of this world. Interior was gonna be out of this world. Carpet was gonna be out of this world. It was gonna be everything out of this world, y'all. Until that day happened in 2018. All right, y'all. So this right here is the end of this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Please hit that like button for your boy, because you already know I ain't gonna do nothing but bring you bangers. You know, and how we do it? Oh, it's a bird. Oh, it's a plant. Oh, it's my story time, y'all, and I'm out.